Hi everyone, and welcome to Lando eSports, where we cover everything gaming, esports, and tech related. When you're dying to play that next generation game, but are worried that your rig can't handle it anymore, then it's probably time to get yourself an upgrade. This is easier said than done though, since the popularity of crypto mining has rendered the prices for graphics cards absurdly high. While some of us can afford to grab those juicy GPUs for our CPUs, a lot of us are left searching for cheaper options. Your best bet is probably to go secondhand. So today, we're going to give you some advice on what to look out for when looking for secondhand PC parts. So let's start with motherboards. Motherboards are a tough one to judge since they come with plenty of moving parts. While one part of the motherboard might be completely fine, another part may be more fried than KFC's chicken. Buy these used at your own risk. Generally though, as long as it's been proven to work as intended, you should be good to go. RAM or memory are relatively safe buys so long as you're sure they're working fine. While all memory is still subject to eventually dying, these parts typically last a long time. Graphics cards are usually safe buys as most people selling them aren't selling them because they're broken. Typically, people selling their graphics cards are in the market for an upgrade themselves. As long as they aren't caked with dust and haven't been used for 24/7 mining for 3 years straight, you should be good. Just be aware of faulty fans as these may take some time to replace as they typically ship from China. Secondhand storage on the other hand should be avoided most of the time. Storage parts have a shorter lifespan than most PC parts, and there's no way to really determine exactly how much they've been used. And for this reason, we don't recommend buying storage secondhand. Next, we'll talk about CPUs. The very first thing that you should ask your seller is whether or not the CPU has been overclocked or if it's been run at a particularly high voltage. If the answer to both of those is no, then you should be good to go, as CPUs don't particularly suffer from performance degradation. And speaking of CPUs, let's look at CPU coolers. Coolers are particularly safe buys so long as they're clean. In case of failure, fans are cheap enough to easily replace. Liquid coolers, on the other hand, should be avoided, as they are run by a pump that will eventually fail. So PC cases should be safe buys, since the only purpose they serve is an aesthetic one. As long as it's not rusty and there are no scratches and all the screws are there, then buying it should be alright. So lastly, we have power supplies. We do not recommend buying power supplies secondhand, but if you're strapped for cash, then try to look for one from a reputable manufacturer. Most reputable manufacturers also ship them out with either a 3, 5, or 10-year warranty, so try to ask your seller about it too. Do note that when buying modular power supplies, make sure that it comes with all the included cables. And as an added note, for the best possible deal, try to buy one from a non-smoker. Buying things brand new and peeling off that plastic wrap off of the stuff, that's an incomparable high. But if you're strapped for cash and you can only afford to buy, something cheaper, then secondhand is probably your best bet. When you're buying something secondhand, just make sure everything is in working condition. Try to ask your seller for receipts and if the item has any warranty coverages. If you've got all that, then you should be good to go. And that's all there is to it. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the bell, and if you have any more questions, don't be afraid to leave us a comment. Peace!